scores! Are you going to put it all on red, or are you going to put it all on black? Welcome to the Six Hockey. We have an exciting game for you between the Toronto Red Wings and the Vaughan Kings. I'm Sammy Brzezowski, joined alongside Blake Hanlon.
I don't know if I'm going to put it all on black or red in this one, but I will put it on the fact that it's going to be a good game.
I hope it's a good game as well. I'm sure it will be. And it'll all start with the goaltending. For the Toronto Red Wings, they will be guarded by number 1, Christian Lee. Christian Lee playing his number 1 game of the season. And it starts off with a tough task, guarding the Vaughan Kings, trying not to let them get their first win of the season with all their offensive talent they have in store. Now for the Vaughan Kings, they have number 30, Justin Young, between the pipes. He'll be running a tandem with him and number 35, Joseph D'Angelo. But it'll be Young getting the start, hoping to get their ultimately successful season off to a bang of a start. Now, Blake, we know there's a lot of talent on both these rosters. We know that we have an exciting game in store, perhaps some offense, perhaps a tightly contested game. But let's look at one player on each team that you think can make a difference.
Yeah, I'll start with the Toronto Red Wings. I want to see Nikita Zietermang go out there with a bang in this one, use that high motor, and really use that speed that he has out there. He just drives to the net very well out there. He's almost like a running back in the NFL. Barry Sanders, you could say. He just is one of the key offensive contributors for them out there. He's got a lot of skill. He's got a lot of heart out there. I want to see him bring it to the table.
That's right. And for the first game of the season, we're also going to pick a Kings player. I have a bit of an idea who I think you'll pick.
Yeah, you got to go with Alessandro Iorio. He's got passing. He's got good shot. He's got good dekes. He's got good hands. He's got great IQ. That's off the charts. Sammy, this is a 5-tool player. He's also got some good defensive instincts as well. He's the Kings' best player, and that's the reason why he's one of the players to watch in this entire league.
That's right. Great head of hair on the kid as well. But let's go back to the on-ice skills. What will the Kings need to provide in order to come out of this first game of the season, October 2nd, 2023, with a W?
Yeah, it's not just Iorio out there. You have to have a good team play, and team play comes from being smart. That's why little Einsteins are one of my things out there, or keys to watch out there. Hey, you gotta be smart out there. Have a couple of Albert Einsteins out there to craft up some good plays. Number 2, see Lee. Lee is a great goaltender. You gotta flood him with shots on net, and eventually, with all that offensive talent they have on their team, they're gonna find the back of the net on that one. And also, I'm gonna call out Jesse Bruce on this one. Jesse, we need to cook. Jesse, you're one of the best players on this team. Need you to get out there, get some cooking out there, because eventually, when you start cooking offensively, goals are gonna happen. We know that.
That's right. We definitely do know that. But the Toronto Red Wings, they don't want goals to happen. So what can they do to negate that from happening and score some goals of their own?
They need to get on the chessboard and have some chess defense and prevent the Kings and attack the Kings as well. Let's have a strategic level of play against the very highly touted Vaughan Kings in this one, one of the top teams in the league. Get an early feel for them. See how they're going to play in this first game of the season, because early jitters might come into play. Also, get that puck on your possession. Don't let the Kings get it. Say, hey, no, that's mine. Bring that puck over here. Keep possession as much as you can, and that will eventually pay dividends. And also, finally, Iorio, shut down, Alessandro Iorio. You shut down their top player, that will be a huge confidence booster for their team.
Well, let's see if they can do that. Game is set to start. I, for one, cannot wait for it to begin. We'll get you back with some action. We're here at Scotiabank Pond for the first game of the GTHL U16AAA season, a game between the Toronto Red Wings and the Vaughan Kings. I'm Sammy Brzezowski, and joined right alongside me is none other than the fantastic, incredible, amazing, ultimate Blake Hanlon.
Those are some high praise words there, Sammy. I'm very appreciative of that. I'm very appreciative as well to be at Scotiabank Pond calling this game alongside you tonight. With all the praise you gave me, I'm going to keep it simple for what I want to see tonight. I just want to see some hockey that is awesome. And I think this season's going to be awesome. I'm really excited for what these two teams can bring to the table tonight.
And now that you mention that, what can these teams bring to the table? What do you like and what do you see from the Toronto Red Wings and the Vaughan Kings?
Well, thank you for asking, because I was about to get to that. I'm really excited to see the Vaughan Kings' offensive prowess. They have very good players in their team. They got Alessandro Iorio, Caleb Malholtra, but even on the blue line, they got Cole Emerton and D'Alessio, who really can play that offensive role from the point there, and they're going to be very good this season, and we're going to see it on full display tonight for what's to come. But it is the first game of the season. We're not going to see maybe an 8-0 game to kick it off. And that's when the Toronto Red Wings kick in here. Lee is a phenomenal goaltender, and we've seen him a lot in practice, and we've talked to the coach, and he's very confident about what he can bring to the table. So the Red Wings have an opportunity here to maybe squeak out a win against a very highly touted team, as they're playing one of the top teams in the league this far. So we're going to have to see if they're able to maybe squeak a good game out in this first game.
Yeah, you mentioned Christian Lee, the starter for the Toronto Red Wings. On the other end, it's Joseph DeAngelo. Lee already forced to make some saves in this one as the Vaughan Kings have controlled the puck possession. That's Levy throwing it over to D'Alessio. Levy getting it into the zone now as the Vaughan Kings start the rush. Puck over to Brandon. Brandon takes a shot that's turned away by Lee. The Red Wings unable to get it out. Levy throws it over behind the back. Centering pass to Capel is stopped by Lee. Battle in the corner now. It's Capel against Samsonov. Battle behind the net, and Brandon goes in to support. Goes over to the sideboard now. Brandon battling against Kozma. It appears that it'll be Brandon that comes up with it. Brandon at the top of the circle. He fires that one. Rebound out to Capel behind the net. Centering pass over to Brandon, doesn't get through, but Levy regroups. Rebound in front over to Ben Bowen is stopped by Christian Lee. Good pressure here from the Kings early on in this game as Levy sends that one around the boards. The Red Wings desperately trying to get it out as the Kings go for a half-line change. On the sideboard now with it is D'Alessio. He gets that one down low for a shot, but that is turned away by Lee. Lee already forced to make some big saves in this game, Blake.
Yeah, nothing preps you for the season like sprawling on the ice like that. That was a highlight reel save, especially with the start of the season. Your body's not as loose as it was from the year prior, and you're not in top form. So he's going to maybe be feeling that one as the game goes on, but a highlight reel save, really sprawling across, sticking out the entire body to make that save.
Yeah, already forced to dial in as Declan Hofterheide wins that faceoff, but the Red Wings send it down for another icing. Blake, the Red Wings are off to a bit of a slow start in this game. How can they kind of face the relentless pressure and just play safe hockey here?
I mean, safe hockey is just trying to get the puck out of their end and maybe lead to transition plays. And I mean, as we've seen, the Vaughan Kings are peppering Lee so far, and he stood on his head. But time will tell to see if those shots will then eventually lead to goals, because you can only take so many shots on net for a while for any goaltender. So they really got to get the puck out of their end and just play in front of their goaltender.
And trying to keep it in the end will be Iorio. He wins that faceoff back to Malhotra. Malhotra gets that one across for Power. A battle in the corner now. Clark gets shoved around by Kozma. He tries to get that one out, but it's kept in by Malhotra. Malhotra spinning around. He shoots that one. It tips off Kozma and goes out of play. Another faceoff in the Kings zone.
I mean, certainly it gives Lee a break after facing a lot of shots. That's the one silver lining you can pull from all the faceoffs that the Red Wings have endured so far. But it'd be better to get faceoffs out of their end and give Lee kind of some eased pressure, because he's had to face a lot so far.
Definitely looking for some breathing room, but he won't get some here as the Kings regroup. Emerton throws that one on net, once again stopped by Lee. Lee has looked really calm in making these saves. The only real athletic save he had to make was the rebound against Ben Bowen.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to have, is a goalie that remains calm. Kind of like that Carey Price type build where no matter what's coming at you, you're just ready and you're not going to be over-exaggerant of what the play is coming at you. So it means that it's not going to be a lot of surprises when he laces up the pads every night. It's just going to be the same thing over and over again. Consistency is key for goaltending.
Yeah, that's right, and you can't resist any excuse to mention Carey Price, can you?
Well, Carey Price is probably one of the best goaltenders of all time, at least had one of the highest peaks. I wouldn't say he's the greatest, but certainly my idol growing up as well. It's the reason why I became a goaltender, but I'm sure Lee has his own idol in his own way. With this new generation of goaltenders in the NHL.
As I'm sure every player has their own specific idol, their own specific player that they play. Like I'm sure, for example, Caleb Malhotra looks up to his father.
Oh, quite a bit. But with Malhotra, he has a little bit more offensive upside to his father. Not to disrespect Manny Malhotra by any means. He's a great fourth-line depth centerman who won a lot of faceoffs in his prime with the Vancouver Canucks. the Montreal Canadiens and many other teams. But Malhotra has a ceiling that's much higher to put some more points and on the score sheet in potentially the NHL one day.
Yeah, and Malhotra often working alongside Alessandro Iorio. He is another star for the Kings that you'll definitely want to watch out for. You mentioned their offensive prowess as Nyman has it behind the net. Nyman takes it around. He spills over, but no call there. It's kept in by the Kings and Bowen. Bowen gets knocked down by Kontos. Nice hit from Kontos to knock Bowen off the puck, but they do not knock the Kings off the puck if they gain possession behind the net. Brandon knocking down his defender behind the net. He swings that one over to Robinson. Robinson's shot is tipped away by number 53, Carson Marcotinas, as the Red Wings take it the other way. Kontos in front of the net, trying to get that streaming pass from Zietzermang, but that's unable to get it through. The Kings go for a line change as Malhotra, Iorio, and Clark will be sent out. D'Alessio with it now. He throws it over to Levy. Levy back to D'Alessio to start the breakout for the Kings. A pass over to Malhotra doesn't get through. He tries to kick it in the zone, but loses possession. A battle on the sideboards between the Red Wings, the Kings, and the referee, apparently.
Yeah, referee's getting in there. He wants to get out, though. He looks very uncomfortable. Sometimes those plays happen, though.
Yeah, wanting to get involved in the game in any way possible, I'm sure, as the Kings break it into the zone. Drop pass from Malhotra over to Clark. He drops it back to Iorio behind the net. Iorio with it now. Passing it to Levy at the point. Levy to D'Alessio. D'Alessio's shot is tipped away by Lee. Sending it around the boards is Samsonov, and he gets the line change that he needed. Falling over is Iorio. No call there, as Kozma might have gotten away with one, as the Zietzermang line is back out. Kozma attacking Josh Levy behind the net. Keeping possession now are the Red Wings. Samsonov's shot is tipped by Kozma. D'Angelo's first real shot on net, and he swallows it up.
Yeah, the Red Wings have shown a little bit more pressure in the offensive zone so far, and also just more energy on the ice. And I think that came from a great hit from Kontos at the blue line there when he attempted to get that puck out of their zone. That big hit kind of fueled up the boys a little bit. And if you actually see the benches right now, the Kings have a lot more guys on their team than the Red Wings do at this point in the season. Maybe the Red Wings are going to pick up some guys as the year goes on. But it's hard to play with not as many guys out there. You're really double shifting, not a lot of lines running, but the Kings are definitely at the advantage on that point.
Yeah, and Blake, do you think fatigue may play a factor in this game?
Absolutely. It's the first game of the season. The cardio, the breath isn't all there quite yet. So after the first game, I always felt a little more dehydrated. So these guys are going to be a little bit lackluster in the cardio department.
Yeah, but certainly not lackluster in the skill department. We've already seen some nice plays in this one. Emerton gets that over to Power. Power's shot is blocked by Marcotinas once again, sent out of the zone. This time it will not be an icing, so Emerton will be forced to regroup with Kontos pressuring him. He drops that one back to Power. Power starts the breakout in his own end, just looking for some options. Good pressure here from the Red Wings to kind of force that breakout from happening, as Elaine is challenging Morelli in the corner. Elaine on Morelli. Morelli throws that one around the sideboards. Kings try to regroup possession. They are unable to do so as Kontos breaks it the other way for Portnoy, the captain. The captain against Andrew Robinson. Robinson throws that one around for Ben Bowen. Bowen drops it for Nyman. Nyman taking it in by himself. Nyman at the top of the circle, but it will be called an offside against the Vaughan Kings.
Yeah, the Vaughan Kings have really kind of been stopped here by the Red Wings. They've really shown better pressure and also great trapping and maybe not playing a zone defense on the ice there, but just like being aware of where the puck's going to go, kind of predicting where that breakout pass is going to be is the reason why the Vaughan Kings have been kind of stopped here by the Red Wings. Some great defense in the neutral zone from the Red Wings.
Yeah, Red Wings able to kind of recover from a bit of a slower start that they had earlier as they dumped this one out of the zone, but it'll be ruled no ice. Robinson starting the breakout in his own end. He throws that one up to Brandon. Brandon can't get a hold of it and get it into the zone. Good defending by Kozma. The Kings now taking it in. Nyman drops it over for Capel. Capel gets that one on net. Lee will just swallow that one up quick. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Kings.
Yeah, Lee once again has to face a face-off at his own end. It's been a while since we've seen the last one, but he has got to stand on his head like he's been doing all game and prevent the Kings from striking here first.
The Kings certainly looking to strike first. The Red Wings don't know who's going to take the face-off as finally the man comes in. Iorio wins that one over to Malhotra. Levy at the point. Levy tries to get a tip on it from Clark as Clark battles in the corner, throwing it over to D'Alessio. Malhotra can't quite keep it in, and he'll drop that one. Pardon me, that was Iorio. As the puck is sent over to D'Alessio, now to Levy. Levy carrying it in by himself. Levy taking it wide, looking for his options. He throws that one over to Michael D'Alessio. D'Alessio being pressured by Zietzermang on the sideboard. D'Alessio behind the net. Clark coming in to support. A battle at the corner. Who's going to come out with it as the puck is just wedged against Zietzermang's leg. Finally, the puck comes out, and a hooking call now for Michael D'Alessio. He got his man behind the net there, and it'll be a power play for the Red Wings.
Yeah, Morelli took a big fall there. Hopefully he's all right, but that's a power play that the Red Wings are going to take graciously here. They've had some opportunities, but not as much as the Kings, and now would be a good opportunity to get that first goal of the season for their team.
Yeah, and a chance to build up some momentum as D'Alessio will be assessed. The first penalty of the game, his first penalty of the season, as the Red Wings are trying to control it behind the net. Kozma has it in the corner. He throws it over to Samsonov. Samsonov gets that one across the point. Puck is sent back over to Samsonov. Samsonov shot from the point. Rebound in front. Dante Caruso can't get a piece of it as Kozma regains possession behind the net. He throws this one over to Samsonov. With it now is Portnoy. He threw that one on net for the rebound. Morkotinis dumps that around back to Portnoy, the captain. With it now is Portnoy at the elbow. Portnoy shoves that one across to Morkotinis. Morkotinis trying to get that one over to Caruso. Doesn't get it there in time, and there's a battle in the corner. Battle in the corner now between Portnoy and Power, and it's Kozma who comes up with it. Electing not to pass, he cuts it across, loses possession, and the Kings break the other way. It'll be Haig likely just dumping it in the zone so they can get a much-needed line change. The Red Wings starting their second rush now as Zietzermang breaks it in. Zietzermang behind the net with it, has Kontos in front of the net. Zietzermang being pressured by Nyman. A battle in the corner, and Chin comes to help. Chin with it now. Chin drops that one to Zietzermang. Shot is stopped by D'Angelo. A nice little pass play there to cycle it down low, but D'Angelo makes no mistake.
Those are two great plays there. Earlier, Caruso had one in front that he couldn't quite get a stick on, sprawling there on the ice. That could have been the first goal, and that drop passer from Chin kind of megged him in between the legs there, and Zietzermang came with a good shot, ripped it on net, but D'Angelo stood tall. He's been great on this power play thus far, and the Vaughan Kings are looking to kill this one off.
But maybe a chance here for the Kings as Iorio breaks towards the net. Shot is tipped away by Lee. A shorthanded opportunity for the Kings as Zietzermang dumps it into the zone. It's Kontos attacking now. D'Angelo out of his net to play it. And the Red Wings will regain possession as Porpino gets that one in deep. Porpino keeps it in on the sideboards now with it. Hofterheide streaming towards the net. Pass doesn't get on his stick, and we are back to even strength here at Scotia Pond. Porpino dumps that one in for Hofterheide. Hofterheide has it in the corner, but he's battled away. Off Chin's foot over to Iorio. Iorio gets it out of the zone. The Kings looking to start back their offense that they had earlier in this game as Hofterheide gets that one over to Kontos. Kontos dumps that one in. The Red Wings get a line change.
That was a good power play attempt from the Toronto Red Wings. Not a bad power play to start your year off, but the Kings just had a very good penalty kill, and D'Angelo also played very well, stepping up for their team, disadvantaged on the ice there.
As they'll look to go back to their offensive ways as Bowen throws this one over the net of Lee. Lee is unable to cover it. Emerton keeps it in momentarily as the Kings regain possession. with it now is Portnoy. Portnoy elects to take it back, and Lee just covers it, likely to slow things down.
Yeah, slow down a little bit. Maybe just saw the loose puck, didn't want that trickling anywhere else. Maybe he saw a Kings player rushing in there, could have started something up. Lee hasn't had the puck in his zone for a while now, and just elects to kind of be in the control of this game that he's been so good at doing so far.
He's been controlling the defense for the Red Wings, just how the Kings have been controlling the offenses. Emerton's shot is stopped by Lee. A good chance there from Emerton, and a good pass from Alessandro Iorio. Nice little fist bump there, right?
Yeah, that was a good fist bump. I mean, he tried to pick it just over the shoulder of Lee there. Howitzer for a shot, really ripped that one, but he nabbed that one, made a great save, and he has to face another face-off back-to-back.
And the Kings will look to run that back as Clark gets that one in deep for Malhotra. Malhotra swings that one around. It's Power streaming in as a pinching defender. Behind the net now with it. The Red Wings are unable to get it out. Power throws it over to Iorio. Power with it. Power drops this one back to Iorio. Iorio to Emerton. Emerton shot across to reach Power. Doesn't get on his stick. Good opportunity there. Iorio with it now. Iorio rips it. Great save by Christian Lee to stretch the glove out.
Yeah, it's a great save right there. Maybe he could have just used the pad there and been in a little bit more position, but that glove save gives you a boost to the ego. It also makes you look a lot better, even though there's not many TVs around, other than us, of course. But it's definitely something that makes you look like a better goaltender, gives you an ego boost. Maybe your teammates like it. Maybe just put some fear into the other team.
Yeah, I was going to say, when I played, I know that whenever my goalie would make a huge glove save, really get the boys going and get them hype as a centering pass almost reaches Haig there. Levy's shot hits off the post, and it's sent into the corner by the Red Wings. D'Alessio gets that one in deep for Chavez, and it goes back to D'Alessio. He's unable to keep it in the zone, and so they'll circle back. Levy and D'Alessio have been the number one D pairing so far here for the Kings, as Levy tries to center that one over to Haig, doesn't get it through to him, but Elaine recovers possession. Elaine over to Chavez now. Chavez and Elaine battling Portnoy on the sideboard as Levy comes up with it at the point. Levy over to D'Alessio. D'Alessio, he hits the stick of Kozma, and the Kings regain possession. Levy can't handle it. Was looking for the shot there, but he forgot to bring the puck with him. D'Alessio, shot from the point, is tipped by Chavez, but Lee makes a nice save.
And kind of swallowed that up there. Shot right in the chest there. Is just an easy stop for Lee. He's had to make harder ones thus far. So those ones just come natural and easy towards that very good young goaltender.
Yeah, and the Red Wings kind of had 3.5 men there, or 4.5 men, pardon me, for a second as Kozma lost his stick, but didn't really affect the play too much. As Caruso was attacking there, D'Angelo comes out of his net, bit of a risky play, but paying off for the Kings as they break it into the zone. It's dumped out by the Red Wings. It'll go the length of the ice. It will be another icing. Looks like they kind of took their time with that call.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were going to turn it the other way. You saw D'Angelo maybe looking to come out of the net there to play the puck, as he's done so a lot so far in this game. And I guess when it goes to end-to-end like that, maybe the referee's kind of given that last second thought of whether it should be icing or not, but he made the right call there.
Yeah, and you mentioned D'Angelo coming out of his net to make that play. We're seeing more and more goalies nowadays less afraid to come out of their net. They're more inclined to, in fact, start the offense.
Yeah, I mean, depends on your skill set of who you are as a goaltender. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. You're a goaltender. If you reverse that backwards, you tend the goal, and that's your entire purpose as a goaltender. You want to be in between the pipes, but obviously if a situation presents itself, you should play and either leave it for your defenseman or send up the ice and find a good pass if it's really open. But it's just not a play style that I'm overly fond of. It should just be tending the goal, as I said earlier. But it all depends on your skill set as a goaltender. If you got a good shot, you got a good rifle on you, rip it.
Absolutely. Seen goalies like Mike Smith not afraid to get involved in the offense. And for the Kings, it seems like everyone's getting involved in the offense. Even D'Angelo may have a chance to pot one in the way it's going for the Kings. Another icing call. Boy, it seems like I should just get a buzzer that says icing or something. Save some breath.
Icing, offside, stop by Lee. in his own end. It seems like that entire end has just been the rent of this entire arena. All the puck as another face off there, Sammy. We now add out of play into the netting as well to that buzzer. They got to make one at Target soon. Not at Target, sorry, at Staples.
Yeah, I know. It was that was easy button, but for our buzzwords would come in handy here as Malhotra is taking the face off against Chin. Malhotra wins that one forward. It goes to the Red Wings. Malhotra bringing it back into the zone now. Malhotra, he throws that one over to Clark. Can't get the pass through. Iorio with it now. Iorio, a move towards the net. He rips that one off the crossbar. A great move to drive towards the net from Alessandro Iorio. Nyman with it. He gets that one to the sideboards. He tries to keep it in, but it goes through both him and Malhotra as Malhotra circles back the other way. Nyman acting as the fourth forward as the Kings dump that one in over to Iorio. Iorio regains possession for a moment, and it's Malhotra with it now on the sideboards. Malhotra trying to get that one over to Robinson, but that is tipped away by Zitzermang.
The more I see of Diorio's moves, the more I like it. It's phenomenal what he's able to do with the stick. He has that puck on a string. He ripped off the crossbar too. You saw that shot come off his stick like a rocket. I mean, it's only a matter of time before he nets his first goal of the season. I'm really excited, and with the fashion, he's going to do it tonight.
Well, the more chances he gets, like this one here, the more he'll be able to put one in as the puck is sent behind the net, and that will do it for the first period as the Kings have been outplaying the Red Wings for the first 15 minutes, but 0-0 still in this one.
Once again, Sam, I'm just going to say it. That was good hockey right there. I know the Red Wings weren't really that strong offensively, but they had their chances. They had a very good power play and really got some good opportunities out there when they were presented to them. And if they're going to get back into this game and get that first goal of the game, they really got to get one quick out of the second period, get that cardio going with this little break here. As you see, Lee and D'Angelo, both great goaltenders, playing very well so far. The Red Wings got to play in front of Lee. Lee's been phenomenal thus far, and they got to contain the Vaughan Kings pressure that they've been holding throughout this entire game.
And for the Kings, you know, they, like you said, they've had some pressure. How do they turn that into results? How do they finally pot one in against Lee, who's just been phenomenal?
4 letters, T, I, M, and E. That's just time. Time will come, and then goals will come. If they keep peppering Lee with opportunities, that shots on net there will eventually turn into rebounds that you can just tuck in, or those pucks will eventually just get by him, and the goals will then show up on the score sheet.
And hoping to do that will be the Vaughan Kings. Both teams still looking for the first goal of their season as the Kings start the breakout, their first breakout of the second period. Chavez has it behind the net. Elaine regains possession for the Kings. In the corner now with it is Elaine. In front to Haig. Haig gets the shot off. Rebound is stopped by Lee and his defenseman. Good chance there from Haig to get the scoring opened in this early bit of the second period. A rare ice for the Kings now, as it'll be a face-off inside the zone of the Vaughan Kings, an offensive zone face-off for the Red Wings.
Well, how the turntables, as they say in the office, the Kings are now kind of doing what the Red Wings were doing at the start of the period. Maybe this is the tide that the Red Wings need to get a goal going here.
Yeah, and it'll be maybe Samsonov taking a big shot here. As instead, Morelli elects to send it into the zone. Nyman has it behind the net. Attacking is Brandon to get the puck out of his zone. Nyman throws it over to Bowen. Bowen tipping that one. Nice deflection from Brandon to get that one in the zone, and it'll be a penalty coming up for the Red Wings. A bit of pushing and shoving as it looks like Brandon is down and in some considerable pain. It'll likely be number 91 of the Red Wings, Michael Morelli, heading off. Brandon still looks to be in some pain, but he's getting up, and he'll be able to skate to the bench on his own efforts. We'll keep an eye on him for the rest of the game. It'll be a boarding penalty for Michael Morelli, a power play opportunity here for the Kings to kind of avenge number 92, Gage Brandon.
Yeah, just a hit up high there by Morelli. Just got to be cautious of where your hands are and where your stick is, and Brandon really caught that one pretty badly. It's good that he was able to get up there. I was also very glad to see Hal Hofterheide go over there and check in on him, and then also he was the first one on the Red Wings to get the stick tap when he got up there. It's good sportsmanship. I'm glad Brandon's going to be okay. Hopefully he can come into the game and make an impact later on.
Yeah, and it'll just be a 2-minute power play here for the Kings, and they'll be lined up with Iorio, Haig, Bowen, Nyman, among, believe that would be Malhotra on the wing. So, Blake, on a power play like this, 2 minutes, they've been controlling puck possession. What do you think they need to do? Are you thinking shoot, 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 or are you thinking just move the puck around?
Well, I think they've been swarming Lee with shots. Maybe they switch it up a little bit. Hold that puck possession, circle around, find the best shot, cycle it around the entire O zone, and wait for the best opportunity.
As Nyman gets that one across over to Iorio. Diorio's shot is stopped by Lee. A nice chance there down low in the lower elbow, as it'll be Haig once again taking the face-off. Got Bowen and Iorio on his left side. It'll be Justin Chin taking the face-off for the Red Wings, looking to get it out of their zone. Chin wins the face-off. They dump it out. That gets by Nyman, as Nyman drops that back over to Iorio. Iorio lets Nyman take a piece of that. Chin is the attacker for the Red Wings. Nyman starting the rush. He drops that over to Robinson. Robinson to Iorio. Iorio taking it wide now. Iorio circling behind the net. He battles. Bowen gets a piece of it. He brings it around the net over to Nyman. Nyman with it. Nyman at the top. Shot is trickling by, but nothing doing there as Bowen throws it over to Robinson. Back to Zach Nyman. Nyman with it now. He throws it across to Haig. With it now is Iorio. He throws it back to Nyman. Shot is stopped and just sent out of the zone of the Kings. A good cycle they have going on now. With it now are the Kings looking to get this latter half of the power play started, looking to get something going in the offensive zone. As Iorio is breaking towards the net, Iorio takes it behind. Iorio, he throws that one over to Cole Emerton. Shot from the point is blocked by Cosma as Emerton once again has it at the blue line. Emerton throwing it over to Brandon. Brandon back on the ice. Shot is saved. Good to see Gage Brandon back up, doing what he does best. Ripping howitzers, almost put that one by goaltender Christian Lee, as Brandon has it at center ice. He's taking it into the zone now. Brandon looking over his options. He throws that one over to Emerton. Emerton shot is blocked off the blocker of Lee, sent over to Cosma in the corner. The Red Wings battling to get it out of their own zone, but it's Brandon who keeps it in. Brandon at the top of the circle tries to get that to the net, but that's tipped by Hal Hofterheide. D'Alessio's shot is patted away by Lee. Unable to keep it in is Emerton as he circles back, throwing it over to Malhotra. Malhotra with it now. Malhotra taking it in by himself. He drops it over to Emerton. Emerton, shot, just trickles by and almost into the back of the net, but a great power play from the Vaughan Kings.
Yeah, nice job there from Cosma to get that puck out of there. It almost trickled by Lee. Lee didn't really expect that one to really squeak on by, but a good shot there from Emerton to maybe have someone at the doorstep there.
Yeah, and some brilliant pressure put on to the Red Wings from the Vaughan Kings. They'll be looking to ride that momentum as it'll be Justin Chin taking the faceoff against Clarence Allain. Allain slightly wins that faceoff, but nothing really doing as the Kings regroup back at their own blue line. Levy with it now drops it over to D'Alessio. D'Alessio to Levy. Levy takes it into the zone. He puts that one in deep for Clarence Allain. Allain in the corner now with it. Allain trying to find Chavez. He doesn't, but it's Levy attacking to keep the puck in the Vaughan Kings' possession. Shot from the point, Capel. He is blocked, but Levy keeps it in the zone after a tip away by Samsonov. Shot from the point is blocked. Samsonov tries to get it out of the zone, but it gets sent back to Levy. D'Alessio to Levy. Levy, block shot once again. Multiple shot blocked for the Red Wings. This time it was Kontos. D'Alessio with it now. D'Alessio from the point. That is blocked away by Lee. Zietzermang trying to get it out of the zone. D'Alessio, he sends it over to Levy. Levy, shot, scores! Tipped in front by Elijah Chavez from the shot from Josh Levy. The scoring is finally open for the Vaughan Kings. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before the Kings got one past Lee, unfortunately. And it was Chavez out in front. It's a good tactic, honestly, as Lee's been able to swallow up all those saves from the point and all over the ice. A tip out in front is harder to save for sure, and that's the Vaughan Kings' first goal of the season.
Yeah, the left winger picks up his first goal of the season, the Vaughan Kings' first goal of the season, and the first goal in this game, a game that has been all Vaughan Kings. Blake, if you're the Toronto Red Wings, how do you kind of respond to this first slate?
I mean, I think you really got to go guns blazing right off this draw here. Go get some pressure in front of the net. Maybe go search for that goal ASAP. Kill that momentum the Kings are building right now as they finally capitalize on one. It's going to build their confidence even more.
As looking to build on their confidence is Clark. He throws that one over in front to Emerton. Emerton gets a piece, but that's swallowed up by Christian Lee for a faceoff in the zone. It'll be Capel, Brandon, and Bowen heading out now for the offensive zone faceoff against the Zietzermang line.
Yeah, the Red Wings have to just be willing to sacrifice potentially clearing the puck out of the zone here to get a transition started. Maybe it will result in an icing and put more pressure on Lee. But that's what they did in the first period, and that's a period that they maybe weren't the best in, but they got some good opportunities from it, and those opportunities that could have easily made it a tie game, especially on that power play that they had.
As looking to make a tie game now is Kozma. He's been generating a lot of offense for the Red Wings so far as he sends it over to Chin. With it now is Zietzermang. He gets that one in deep for the Red Wings. Trying to get it down low for Kozma, but he is unable to get the pass. Notice Kozma, he has the different colored pants than everyone else. I don't know why, but that's something I just noticed.
I mean, yeah, it's something that I definitely picked up on. Maybe the pants that he ordered for the season didn't quite come in yet because he's got the rest of the kit on him. He has the gloves, he's got the helmet. So maybe there's a little backtracked order there for the rest of the team. They couldn't get his pant size in time, but I'm sure he'll be suited up in the right colored pants next game coming in.
Yeah, his pants not necessarily prepared for the season, but it seems as he's been effective on defense. He's created a couple chances for the Red Wings. He's even blocked a couple shots.
Doesn't matter what pants you wear, Sammy. As long as you're just a good player, it does not matter. It doesn't put any negative towards your game. Pants don't matter, but the skill does.
Absolutely, as it'll be Elaine taking the face-off here for the Kings. With it now is Haig. He throws that one over to the side, to the elbow, but that shot is stopped. The Red Wings taking it in now. A good chance there from Nyman on the elbow to get the oh-so-elusive second goal. Nyman has quite the shot.
Yeah, he ripped it, a one-timer there on the side and almost sweep through there, but Lee really was positioned to make that good key save to prevent this game from getting a 2-goal lead.
As Chavez nearly gets the 2-goal lead there, but that is stopped on the chest of Christian Lee. This Kings line have been able to force a couple chances early in their shift as the Red Wings go for a change as they've been hemmed in their own zone for quite some time.
Yeah, this is maybe when cardio starts playing a factor here as we get into the middle of this second period. The guys are maybe tired a little bit. They don't have a lot of guys there on the bench. The lines are a little bugging. You're trying to get as much energy as you can, but if you are running out of gas, it's hard to get that out of your guys.
Yeah, and the Kings seem to be a step ahead as Elaine gets that one down low for Haig. Haig being supported by Chavez. Battle in the corner ensuing. Kozma dumps that one out of the zone. It'll likely be an ice. But no, it's waved off by the refs down low. And a whistle here, they'll call that high stick or offside, I believe.
Yeah, I think it might be one of the two, but that's an interesting choice not to call that offside there. Maybe they're just tired of going back and forth the offsides that we've seen already in this game, but an interesting call from the ref.
Yeah, as the Diorio line is back out for the Kings. Iorio has generated a couple chances for Vaughan so far in this one. As circling back now are the Kings. Iorio starts the rush. Iorio taking it up the right side. He gets around a defender. Nice move there from Iorio. Toe drag, shoots, scores! Alessandro Iorio with the delightful goal to make it 2-0 for Vaughan.
I mean, I said it earlier. The more I see it, the more I like it. And that was a beautiful deke and dangle and shot there from Iorio. We saw him earlier in the first period, ripping that one off the post. This one he capitalizes on. A great highlight reel goal for the first goal of the season for the young, thrilling prospect.
Yeah, and I'm sure it will not be his last goal of the season. We mentioned earlier he's a guy you're going to want to look out for, and now you know why. A beautiful toe drag goal and a beautiful solo effort from Iorio makes it 2-0 here for the Vaughan Kings at Scotiabank Pond as D'Alessio throws that one over to Levy. Levy to Capel. Capel throws that one in front, but doesn't get the shot off in time. Brandon with it now. Brandon passes it to D'Alessio. D'Alessio's shot is blocked away by Lee, but Brandon and the Kings keep it in. Brandon, nice move around Zietzermang. He takes it in. Cutting towards the net, the shot is stopped by Lee. Brandon almost with an effort of his own to make it 3-0, but Lee remains tall after letting in that second goal.
Yeah, a revenge of his hit earlier on in the game. Morelli crushed him on that one, but he seemed to bounce back. He seemed to bounce back very well there. A nifty little move, kind of stepping up to the plate and copying Diorio's dangles a little bit, cutting towards the net. A good shot on goal there. Good to see Brandon back in the play.
Yeah, as Kozma is back in the play for the Red Wings, he's attacking D'Alessio in the corner. Kozma can't come up with it. It's D'Alessio regaining possession. Good forechecking from Chin. He gets knocked down by Alexander Haig, and it looks like his stick was stuck in the corner as the Red Wings are attempting to keep it in the zone. Haven't really been able to have sustained zone pressure. Haig with it now throws it over to Elaine. Elaine's shot is blocked. Rebound in his foot. He does not see it as Kozma now breaks the other way. Kozma had Portnoy with him, but didn't really see the option as the puck is thrown over to Kozma in front, but a good stop there from D'Angelo and good D to stop any rebound effort as the Kings faced with some pressure of their own in this period. With it now are the Kings. Bringing it in is Chavez. He gets knocked off the puck by Samsonov, but the Red Wings come up with possession despite Samsonov going down himself. Hofterheide throwing that one towards net, deflects off power, doesn't quite get there. Malhotra with it now. Malhotra, he tips this one back to Emerton. The Kings regrouping, looking to start a breakout in their own zone. The Kings with it. That's Emerton dumping it into the zone for the Kings over to Malhotra. Malhotra is pressured by Marcotinez in the corner. Emerton with it at the sideboard. Emerton cutting towards the net. He throws that one in front for Tyler Clark, but can't get that pass through. Power, nice hit on Caruso. He keeps the puck in as Clark is hit by number 17, Sam Chiernak. A nice hit there from Diorio to respond to the Clark hit. We're seeing the physicality ramp up, Blake.
Absolutely. The physicality is something that's really important. As Diorio ripped one by there, but that's the reason why it's happening right now. The Kings are beating them on all fronts right now. The Red Wings want to get something going here. That can be on the physical side. So wear them down a little bit because they're getting worn down right now.
As Diorio throws that one for Clark in front of the net. Boy, Clark has been battered this shift by the Red Wings players. They're really bringing up some aggressiveness to their game. As bringing it in now is Malhotra. Malhotra falling but remaining possession. He circles that one back to Diorio. Diorio behind the net. He puts it on his backhand. He falls. No call there. We now quickly jump to the start of the third period. Malhotra wins the initial face-off. Still 2-0 here for the Vaughan Kings. I'm Sammy Brzozowski, joined alongside Blake Georgetown Hanlon. Blake, what have you thought about the Vaughan Kings play so far?
I like the little shout-out to Georgetown. We're not talking about the university. We're talking about Ontario. The good old town of Georgetown, Ontario, has produced some very good players, and not including myself. But what I've liked so far—
You could include yourself.
I was a solid player, to say the least, but nothing spectacular. But what has been spectacular is the Vaughan Kings offense so far. They have really dominated the Red Wings on all offensive fronts towards the net from the point, from the slot. Just only found 2 goals out of it, but that's just because Christian Lee has played so good. And that's what's been good from the Red Wings so far is the play of Christian Lee. They should really want to get a goal early in this third period if they want to get something going.
Yeah, Christian Lee has played pretty phenomenally so far. Kept the Vaughan Kings in this one, has kept it only a 2-goal lead as Capel has it behind the net for the Kings. He battles alongside the boards, throwing it up over to Power. Power trying to get it across to Capel. Capel gets it to Bowen in front of the net. Stretch save made there by Christian Lee. In front of the net, he keeps this a 2-0 game. Speak of the devil, Lee makes his mark early in this period.
Yeah, Lee's really stepped up when it's mattered most, and that was just an evident example of what we were talking about earlier. He's been on his head. I don't think if he makes those saves that he's made throughout the entire game, could easily be that 8-0 game that I was telling earlier that wouldn't happen, but without him, it could have easily happened.
Could have easily happened had it not been for Lee and his spectacular saves. As with it now is Caruso. He gets it over to Hofterheide. Hofterheide dumps that into the zone. He chases his own dump. It's taken away by Malhotra. Malhotra starts the rush for the Kings. Malhotra, he tries to get that on the backhand to Capel. That gets through. Capel at the hash marks, now top of the circle. He dumps it back to the point for Robinson. Robinson's shot rings off the side of the net, and the Red Wings regain possession. Now a chance here for Declan Hofterheide. He's in on a break. Hofterheide is stopped by Joseph D'Angelo. Joseph D'Angelo makes that one look easy.
Yeah, Hofterheide had a break there as he took one off the face or hand there. That's rather unfortunate, but on that breakaway attempt, he didn't have a lot of room to craft something up there, but a good shot there and a good save from D'Angelo.
Yeah, great save, and you could see Capel trying to get back. A poor line change there from the Vaughan Kings, but luckily for them, Joseph D'Angelo comes up big, just as how Christian Lee has come up big this whole game. It's Haig taking the faceoff against Chin. Haig wins this one back to Levy. Levy circling back in his own zone. He passes that one over to D'Alessio. D'Alessio moves it back to Levy, back to D'Alessio. D'Alessio tries to dump that one in deep, but that's sent out of the zone quite quickly. Levy with it now in his own end on the sideboards. He throws that one behind the net for D'Alessio. D'Alessio over to Haig. Haig starts the breakout. Haig taking it up on the far side. Haig at the top of the circle. Shot is stopped by Christian Lee. A good glove save to avoid any rebound.
He nabbed that very well there as Vaughan Kings perpetrator was there in front of the net there trying to get that rebound. That was number 25. Chavez was trying to get a second of the game. But snagging with the glove is the right move there. He's looked really solid tonight. It's definitely the main reason why the Red Wings have been looking pretty solid.
And the face-off circle, how much of a shifting factor has that been?
Well, I mean, face-off circle for the Kings has been winning a lot for their centermen, but also just getting the face-offs in front of Lee in the O-zone is a more prevalent sign of why they're beating the Red Wings right now.
And a 2-on-1 chance here for the Red Wings, but that quickly turns into 2-on-2. Zietzerman, he dumps that one down. Elects not to cover it is Joseph D'Angelo. A chance here now for the Kings on a 3-on-2. Malhotra over across to Haig. A chance is stopped by Christian Lee. Good pass there from Caleb Malhotra over to Haig for the opportunity.
Yeah, zipping passer for Malhotra going cross ice in the O-zone. He really ripped that one. That's the offensive skill set that we were talking about earlier that really exceeds his lineage a little bit as he's now sets a new precedent for his family.
Yeah, you can see the hockey IQ runs deep within that family as the Kings have it deep in the zone of the Red Wings. A 2-on-2 forming now here, but Contos elects just to dump that one onto the net of D'Angelo. Power with it in the corner. He's knocked down by Contos. Contos tries to get that one across, but the pass is intercepted by the Kings. Iorio with it now. He knocks down Contos, but loses the puck in the process, and he goes for a change. Appears to be slightly shaken up by that play. The Kings on the sideboards now. Getting it out of the zone is Clark. Clark sends that one over to his teammate at the top of the circle. He's knocked down. Malhotra is tripped. It'll be a tripping penalty against number 4, Luka Kozma.
Yeah, it's definitely not a penalty you want to take at this point in the game. You need 2 goals ASAP. And it's not going to be easy when you're on shorthanded here, and also leads the opportunity for the Kings to extend their lead to 3 goals. Definitely not the right play in that situation, but stuff happens from time to time, especially with sticks. Sometimes you're just trying to make a play there, and your opponent just trips over it, and stuff happens, especially early in the season. Not really cautious of your own stick at that point in time.
Yeah, and it'll be an interesting unit brought out here by the Kings. A bit of a combination between the first and second power play units, as Nyman has it at the top of the circle. He throws that one over to Malhotra. Malhotra with it now at the top of the circle. He gets that one across for Brandon. Behind the net now with it are the Kings. Nyman from the point elects not to shoot. He corrals it at the blue line instead. With it now is Nyman. He sends that one to Malhotra. Nyman over to Elaine. Elaine trying to get that pass across for Ben Bowen. He can't, just in time. Now the Kings regrouping in their own end. Hofterheide, the sole attacker for the Red Wings. Behind the net now with it was Nyman. He circles it around to start the rush. 2 attackers now for the Red Wings. As it appears, there's a good pressure put on by the Red Wings. Hofterheide has it in the corner. Good PKing to kill some time for him. Pass across over to Elaine. He can't get a handle of it. And it's Chernak in the corner trying to get it out of his zone. Behind the net now with it are the Kings. Bowen battling, throws it around the net, trying to see Elaine. He can't. It's kept in momentarily by Nyman, but he can't keep it in for too long as the next unit for the power play comes out. Iorio back on the ice. That's good to see after he appeared shaken up earlier. He gets shaken up by the ice there as he goes down, but Emerton gets the puck back for the Kings. Emerton and Caruso having a bit of a shoving match there, but play goes on. Iorio kicks it in front to himself, but Zietsermang intercepts. Emerton with it at the red line. Emerton bringing it in now by himself. Emerton taking it up towards the top of the circle. He throws out to the point over to D'Alessio. D'Alessio to Capel. Capel at the top of the circle throws it to D'Alessio at the point. Emerton with it now at the blue line. Emerton across to the elbow. Shot there from Iorio is tipped into the corner. At even strength now are the Red Wings. Haig has it in the corner. Haig at the top of the circle. He circles back and passes it to Emerton. Back to Haig. He fans on the one-timer shot. Haig has a chance once again. He throws it over to D'Alessio. D'Alessio trying to reach the pass across to Alessandro Iorio, but that shot is blocked.
Yeah, Zietsermang really stepped up there, laid the body out, put his body on the line to prevent a cross-the-ice pass. Good job there from Zietsermang.
As it appears Caruso goes down. I think Iorio might have gotten him with the high stick. He is down on the ice. We'll see if there's any call here. Iorio goes in to give him a tap. Portnoy, the captain, checking to make sure he's okay. The refs and Iorio having a conversation now. The trainer out to attend to number 74, Dante Caruso. Doesn't appear there was any malicious intent on that one. Seems like a stick just got up high on him.
Yeah, Iorio could easily just go to the box real quick and just accept his penalty, but he's really concerned about the injury of Caruso falling on the ice there. He definitely did not mean to do so, but yeah, he hit the ground hard there. Hopefully he's okay and gets the attention that's needed.
Yeah, so it's interesting if it'll be a 2 or a 4 minute penalty for the high stick. The ref's talking to the Vaughan Kings coach now. The Red Wings with a good opportunity here, nonetheless, to get something going and get maybe a quick goal, and it will be a double minor, will be a 4 minute penalty.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate for Iorio. He's not obviously meaning to do that on the play there, but I mean, it's the ref's discretion on that play there. And not only is it a 4 minute power play for the Red Wings, the Kings are now losing their best player in the penalty box.
Yeah, it's on that kind of play, no malicious intent, but regardless, a penalty nonetheless. The Red Wings, this will be a golden chance for them with just 8 minutes left in the game. Breaking towards the net is Zietsermang. He gets knocked down, but there's no call there. The Kings are able to get it out of their zone momentarily as the Red Wings dump it back in. The Red Wings have been utilizing a dump and chase procedure primarily for the majority of this game. As Zietsermang gets that one across to start the rush, Morelli is attacking. Morelli going towards Power. The Red Wings once again unable to keep it in. The Kings doing a good job of getting the puck out early in this Red Wings 4-minute power play. It's 2-0 here at Scotiabank Pond. It's a 4-minute power play for the Red Wings, as the Red Wings have been unable to really get anything going so far in the zone of the Vaughan Kings. Looking to get something started now is Porpino. He gets that one across for Caruso. Pardon me, that was Dennis Portnoy, the captain. Kozma tips that one ahead over to Caruso now. Caruso has it in the corner. He gets knocked into the boards. No call there as Kozma has it behind the net. Kozma is battling in the corner. Brandon comes up with it. He dumps that one out of the zone. He gets a much-needed change.
It's been a full press defense there from the Kings. They are just peppering them even in their own zone. They're not allowing the Red Wings to even set up here. The Red Wings' best option is get a shot on net, and hopefully D'Angelo can stop it and get a stoppage in play so they can just start blank at the face-off circle.
That would definitely be an effort that they need. Haven't been able to have it in their zone at any time, as Capel is the first to the puck in the Red Wings zone in the corner. He's battling Marco Tinas. It's Porpino who was putting the pressure on Capel, but Capel just sends that one back into the Kings zone. Kings controlling possession. Halfway through this power play, it's been more of a power kill for the Kings. Behind the net now with it are the Red Wings, looking to get something started as they cycle it through the neutral zone. Dumping it in is Sean Chernak as he gets it behind the net, but D'Angelo out to play the puck. Dumping it through are the Kings, and Bowen with a nice move, and he almost gets around Chernak, but he doesn't get it through in time. Levy behind his own net thanks to D'Angelo stopping it. He's pressured by Chin, and Levy sends that one into his own bench. Maybe not too happy with his ice time, sending a message.
Sending a message out there, but a message that I want to say to the Toronto Red Wings. It's kind of unfortunate and a little embarrassing when the other team's goaltender touched the puck more than you on your own power play. D'Angelo had the puck for a long period of time throughout the entire penalty kill. It's kind of embarrassing. The Red Wings really got to get something going with this minute left that they have.
And they don't get it started here as they don't win the faceoff. Chavez has it now. He's looking for Haig. Long Haig on a one-on-one. He cuts towards the net. Haig is knocked down. Good defense there by Sean Chernak to not allow any opportunity from number 9, Alexander Haig. As Chernak throws that one over for Kontos, he can't get the pass across. He's unable to keep it in once again, so the Kings break it back into the Red Wings zone. A chance here for Haig, and he shoots short side, but that's blocked away by Christian Lee. The pass for Kontos is awry once again from Chernak. The Red Wings passing has not been too sharp on this power play as Caruso has it. He's looking for Kozma. Nothing really doing there as it'll be a face-off just outside the zone of the Red Wings.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it looks like it's going to be
Pardon me, yeah, it will
icing.
be inside.
So now this power play has kind of yielded no results. If anything, it's been a negative in the fact that now they're starting in their own end. Lee faced more shots than D'Angelo did for a 4-minute penalty, for a 4-minute power play, and the Kings didn't even have their best player on the ice. Iorio was the one taking the penalty for 4 minutes.
Yeah, fatigue really seems to have set in here for the Red Wings, but they have a couple minutes left to make a push. The Red Wings can't get into the zone. They have 4 minutes, just over to be exact, to get something started. Halhofterhide seemed to have a little bit of miscommunication there with Chin. Halhofterhide. He passes that one over to Chin. Chin trying to take it into the zone of the Kings. Iorio is out. Penalty over. Behind the net now is Chin battling for the puck. In the corner now is Portnoy. Portnoy, he tips that one to the point over to Marco Tinas. Marco Tinas' shot is nearly tipped by Chin, but D'Angelo pads that one into the corner. A cross-check there from Chin, but no call on the play as the Kings dump it into the zone. D'Alessio doesn't get it very far, and a bad change from the Red Wings, nearly a too many men, but a offensive opportunity evaded from them on that line change. Iorio with it now at the blue line. Iorio taking it in wide. Iorio tries to cut across, getting it around Porpino, but he can't do that. Good move there from Kozma to get across, but D'Alessio, he gets possession of the puck. He stays strong on the stick, and the Kings break the other way. Alain trying to get around Marco Tinas. He dumps that one in on the backhand. Behind the net now with it is Chernak. Chernak just dumps it out of the zone as Emerton regroups in the zone of the Kings. He throws it over to Jake Power. Jake Power coming up the side. He dumps that one on the net of Christian Lee. Lee chooses to cover that one up. It'll be a face-off inside the zone of the Red Wings with just over 2.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Wings don't have much time left to get a goal here, get some life, but, I mean, the best thing they could do is prevent the Kings from scoring any more goals, and it might not even be them at the helm of that. It might just be Lee because he's been controlling all the defense so far in this one.
As that shot towards Lee doesn't get through from Cole Emerton. Taking it in is Portnoy. Portnoy in the corner. He's getting powered by Jake Power. On the sideboard, Samsonov keeps it in. Samsonov being helped by Kontos. Samsonov tries to get that one in deep, but is intercepted by Emerton. Emerton skating around Kontos. Nice little spin move there. He gets that one across, and the Kings go the other way. Pass just misses an outstretched Ben Bowen as Marcotinas has it behind the net. That's intercepted by Bowen, but Marcotinas regains possession. The Kings now with it at the sideboard. That's Brandon knocked down as not much time here left for the Red Wings. Taking it behind the net now are the Kings. Emerton passes it up to Haig. Haig at the top of the circle. He cuts across, throwing it towards the net, but that's intercepted by the Red Wings. The Red Wings running out of time here. Caruso's bringing it into the zone. Caruso knocked down by Haig, and he in turn knocks down Zach Nyman as Robinson has it behind the net. He throws it to Nyman. Just a minute and a half to go here for the Red Wings. An outstretched pass to Chavez doesn't get all the way through, but in the zone of the Red Wings. Zieserman has it behind the net. He dumps that one. That'll be a high stick from Kozma. No one looking to play it, and Kozma just kicking it smartly, knowing that if he touches it, there'll be a whistle.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to call that smart, but it looks like they're just delaying the inevitable here. No matter what, there will be a call or a face-off in the Red Wings end, and you're just killing your own time at this point. But, hey, if that's what he thought was the best in that situation, that's the way it is. The referee's kind of playing around with this, trying to find out whose it was, but it looks like it was Chin's on the Red Wings.
Yeah, and it'll be a face-off in the Red Wings zone. Like I said, just over a minute, or just under now, a minute and a half to go. The Red Wings will be forced to do something here, but they are unable to win the faceoff. Malhotra's shot is stopped by Lee. You got to assume the Red Wings are thinking empty net, but without possession, they would be unlikely to pull Christian Lee.
Yeah, I mean, they need to get possession if they really even want to pull him. And at this point, if they do pull him, they do end up getting possession at some point in the near future. The Kings will just probably retain it back and just dump it into the empty net.
And retaining it, they do, as Malhotra sends that one just over the net of Lee. Nyman gets that one down low for Clark. And it appears it'll be a whistle inside the zone, a high stick. It'll come out to the offside dot outside of the Red Wings zone.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of delaying the inevitable here. As I said earlier, this game's trickling down. Looks like the Red Wings aren't going to be able to pull the goaltender. And the Kings are just going to come up with the W on this one.
As Nyman sends that one across, Malhotra is attacking with a lot of speed in the corner. Iorio supporting him as Malhotra has a chance at the dot. He loses it, and the Red Wings get it out of the zone. With it now is Zach Nyman being pressured by Caruso, but he makes that pass across the point. Malhotra is attacking in the corner. He gains possession of the puck. Marcotinas tries to wrap it around the boards, get it out of the zone, but Nyman regains it. Iorio over to Nyman. Nyman shot is tipped, but it hits Clark in front of the net. Robinson gets it, throws it behind the net. Iorio in front now is stopped by Lee. Clark on the rebound, kicks it to himself, passing it to Nyman. Back to Iorio. Diorio's shot is stopped by Lee, and the Red Wings dump it out of the zone. The Red Wings unable to get any offense started. And that will do it for this one. 5 seconds to go. It'll be a 2-0 victory for the Vaughan Kings in their first game of the season. They pick up 2 goals. They pick up 2 points. And what a game it was for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good game. You started off your season 1-0-0. And you got a shutout for D'Angelo as well. I got to give props and my flowers to Lee. He really stepped up for the Red Wings. on this one here, sorry. Without him, could have easily been blown out of proportion. Lee played phenomenal tonight. I think he might be one of the big stars of this one.
Yeah, Lee certainly kept the Red Wings in this game much longer than he could have. It ends 2-0, the first game of the season here at Scotiabank Pond. A 2-0 victory for the Vaughan Kings in their first game of the season against the Toronto Red Wings. I'm Sammy, he's Blake. Blake, I think the story of this game was, wow, what a good second goal that was.
Yeah, Iorio really just shocked me with that goal there. First goal of the season, I'm already seeing maybe his best goal, highlight-wise, of the year. Wow, just beautiful talent out there.
You rarely see a goal of the year candidate in the first game of the season. We were treated with that. So if that's any indicator for what's up for him and the rest of the Vaughan Kings, I am pumped. But let's talk about the Vaughan Kings, because it wasn't just Iorio on the ice.
No, absolutely not. Iorio certainly got that kind of silencer goal there, kind of just like, whoa. Well, after that goal, you're like, this is in the Kings' hand. But you know what? It's Chavez who got the first goal of the game. Kind of a greasy goal out in front. Levy also got a beautiful assist to set that up. Also, let's talk about Justin Young. It's a shutout for him. A beautiful game for him. He stopped anything that came his way and kind of helped the Kings get this 2-0 win. So definitely it was a team effort. Even Kale Malhotra out there won a couple faceoffs, looked very poised, very good out there. I'm very proud of this Vaughan Kings team.
Yeah, and you're talking about how you're very proud of them, and you said they kind of dominated the game, but it was only 2-0. Do you think the score kind of overshadows how well they played and how well they just controlled the pace of play?
You could spin this either way. So yes, they did dominate on all fronts, scoring, offense, just like getting pucks in deep, getting a lot of shots in net, and also preventing no goals allowed by Justin Young. But Christian Lee played phenomenal for the Toronto Red Wings, and he really performed the best of his abilities for the first game of the season. Red Wings kind of left him out to dry, and he played phenomenal. It's still 2-0. That's not out of the game for the Red Wings to get back in that one. So I think the Vaughan Kings definitely did dominate this game, Sammy, but it was the Red Wings who also lost this game as well.
So yeah, you talked about how they lost the game and how Lee was the only real positive that you kind of drew from the Red Wings. What do you think happened? What do you think went wrong, and what can the Red Wings do to play a better game and just have a better effort out there?
They cleared the puck too many times, and I think they're playing scared hockey out there. Yeah, that's maybe good for Lee in the short term of just getting the puck out of the zone, but that's more possession for the Kings, and also when they're dominating them on the faceoff, you got to change something up a little bit. You can't just keep dumping the puck around. You got to get better transition passes and entry passes into the offensive zone and capitalize on them. If you have your opportunities in the offensive zone, you can't waste them. You can't just throw some lackadaisical shot on net. You have to be potent with them and have a good scoring opportunity.
Well, no more scoring opportunities tonight, as that will do it for us at the Six Hockey for this game between the Vaughan Kings and the Toronto Red Wings. We thank you, and we'll see you next time.